had Ibuki hung herself.
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all,
Hajime is the only.
Why would Hajime?
Well, obviously, because he's
Did Hajime?
the fact that the bodies were imitating the movie. No, that's wrong! I'm not the killer! I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Of course you're not.
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime... Each person only received one ticket. Isn't that right?
Yes. No.
Which means there's no way Hajime. Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie?
hold on a sec.
Nagito, what are you
Well, since we're opening with your wit, it also provides a...
What warm-up? This isn't a game.
Don't get mad.
What a waste of time. Well, now then, since we know how... So this means Ibuki definitely climbed...
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it! Ibuki...
If Ibuki committed
A murder coincidentally occurred.
Like I said before, it's pretty... The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do...
then let's ask Hajime. How long...
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up with it.
That's why the killer stalled for time by
What do you mean, a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer would... If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two! So...
Me too?
What the hell?
The others all have alibi. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital...
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi.
Me too! Hey! What? You're kidding, right? Please stop making that joke!
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously...
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall!
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor.
Are you talking about the broken drum?
You can use that as by doing that. Wait until we get... And suddenly it...
So they look like... I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
The killer was still inside. By locking the door from the inside...
No, that's wrong! Hold on a sec. There's also a possibility
From the outside.
there was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue.
Semi-transparent...
I see! That semi-transparent glob.
Blue?
Yeah. It had a firm, gel-like chewiness. And I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth. Based on all that, I didn't know glue was edible. I believe it is not something one typically...
That glue was only applied to the... by pouring it in the gaps of the closed door.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep. But if you just stick them together... That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside. First of all, it was so obvious.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose? Then I totally fell.
Apologize to Miss Sonia!
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's what...
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Even quick work has limits.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue, They must have done it earlier than that.
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
And when you went back with everyone else, Kyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hyoko was actually killed earlier.
Just revealed?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too. Here, I have proof.
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
That's right, but just what is this scrap anyway? part of the... In the music venue storage room, there was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper. You're right. You overlay the script. See? It fits perfectly.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton light, and what's wrong with that? Does it...
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that. But if you guys were exceptional enough to... It's all coming together! Got it! Kyoko's...
But it would have taken quite a long time.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it.
What? They hid...
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly... So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Kyoko's body was already there. However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar. Well, that's understandable. I mean...
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang...
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many...
That's how they hid Yoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left...
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. If their plan took too long, Hajime could have...
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is...
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off, since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the...
Then, when was Hiyoko at...
Good point. It's about time we shed some...
You mentioned...
Are you kidding me?
Hey! Don't put my likeness in your movie.
You're pretty noisy. For some...
I don't eat moss balls. I knew it.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that,
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie. Although the mutilated...
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations... I see!
The reason the killer imitated 2 of the murders from...
Then... Hiyoko was actually...
A valid line of...
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body...
You mean... If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess
I'm not even
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because...
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How right. Your opponent is out of your...
Man, who's being annoying?
First and foremost, you claim... How can a low-class creature with...
Because she was doing something that's only...
It seems you're one to talk...
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your...
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on, was there any sign she stepped on something? Were there even any footprints of the...
Maybe her feet were, but she was like sitting, so instead there'd be a mark.
Weak. It doesn't even pierce my heart.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet...
I am telling you to...
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on, was there any sign she stepped on something?
I agree with that. Just as Sonia said, that something was blood.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? Then it's Hiyoko's!
Hiyoko's only wound was fatal.
If Ibuki stepped...
It means Ibuki was still which means Ibuki was still alive.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye! Is that it?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? But are you sure you're so frightened you can't eat? However, the time... You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hiyoko? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was... You can't step on blood that was never there. Just a... See a nice nightmare? You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet... Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Allow me to cut through those words! It's not it. The reason there was no blood...
Don't say such...
Yes. You look closely. There's a streak on the...
When the killer tried to hide Hiyoko, Ibuki must have already stepped in it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the... Even if they're able to hide Hiyoko's body.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open. When it...
Hiyoko's body was probably Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating. So I don't think that... Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact. So the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't...
If the time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file, just to keep...
Yep. Since we have all... Then it's decided. Hiyoko...
It appears that it is fine then, but regardless of good or evil... There's...
Huh? Again?
Hey, if the victim actually committed...
The same as always. You have to vote. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most... Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but...
Why me? Nagito?
What?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko.
That's totally impossible! Then she
was afflicted by the despair disease, remember?
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the scene. After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hyoko, the killer had to be alive at—
Then she was alive! When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, if she waited until Hajime left,
She hanged herself!
And if she was going to fake her death, her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her—
there's no doubt that someone killed those two.
What the—
There's still one. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, according to that video you saw, then does that mean someone—
Forrest?
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all.
putting that is— So, maybe we should—
So, then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the—
But just to be sure,
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it...
then the video—
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before, and I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monica.
So Ibuki hanged her. And since we established that Hyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the—
Then we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Now then, I shall issue my decree.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel—
So everyone who stayed at the motel— What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted, if nobody has an alibi, Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed!
We can exclude the sick people like me and—
And what about the
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel is doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
Crap! We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted, if nobody has an alibi, Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed!
We can exclude the sick people like me and
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel—
So everyone who stayed at the—
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi. Has failed!
We can exclude the sick.
And what about the...
Right before them, I was totally sleeping.
I think everyone...
So everyone who's...
What about you guys?
I was where I was
That's not...
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi...
No, that's wrong.
Hold on. Not all of us. In fact, Mikan and I both have.
You two have
Up until I saw that hanging video,
We even...
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
I accidentally... Too much info.
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it. The killer decided to falsify the murder.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement...
It feels like Operation...
But committing an imitation, faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder, was that the only reason?
Are you saying...
I feel really bad for confusion. I think the killer had a completely different... Did I confuse you? If so,
Man.
if that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and killed me too. If that happened, the imitation...
Well, it's against the...
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because...
Seriously, just shut up already! Shut up!
But I'm thinking about it again, and
Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did?
it's not just that. About the lion that got killed second.
That's the one Hyoko's...
Even though we're calling it an imitation... But Hyoko's body was suspected. Maybe they just used a common... Well, that's probably it, but... If falsifying the murder sequence was the... They should have taken steps to properly...
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you...
I'm saying... Hyoko...
What?
I understand that imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions? It's not just the poor imitation. There are all
Strange details.
like, for example, why did...
So, you're saying the truth behind...
I have no freaking clue what! However, this is getting quite interesting.
Why did... Did Hyoko go to the music venue? There's no way we'd know that!
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe she went of her own free will.
Crap!
Why did she go to the music? There's no way we'd...
Maybe the killer
If that's not, maybe she got a.
No, she went of her own.
Or she was guided by the will of causality.
Why did Hyoko go to the music? There's no way we'd know that!
Maybe the killer summoned her.
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue? There's no way we'd know!
Maybe the killer summoned.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
Crap!
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue? There's no way we'd know that!
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
She was guided by the will of causality.
Why did she go to the music? There's no way we'd...
Maybe the killer.
If that's not, maybe she got a.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
Why did she go to the music? There's no way we'd...
Maybe the killer.
If that's not, maybe she got a.
No, she went of her own.
Or she was guided by the will of causality.
Crap!
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue? There's no way we'd know that!
Maybe the killer.
If that's not, maybe she got a.
No, she went of her own free will.
I agree with that. It's just as Sonia said. She went to the music venue.
So, exactly as I...
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Yoko locked herself in her room because she... I don't think a person like that would...
There's no way she got a.
Kyoko locked the room she was staying in. If she was forcibly taken from her room,
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just a.
then they couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene. At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right?
I won't move. Are you saying my gut?
This will be my first and last hike.
No! Shut up! Enough with your fancy. Kyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hyoko's room. Forcibly abducted her! The girl is so small and weak. And that's why the killer targeted her.
I can't back down!
Hyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted. The killer forced their way into Hyoko's room. Forcibly abducted her! The girl is so small and weak. And that's why the killer targeted her.
But Hyoko's room was locked.
The key was deep in...
It's more likely that Hyoko locked
The killer was the one who locked it. So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later. There's no reason for the killer to put the killer probably did. Hold on! Try remembering Hiyoko's the kimono was all messed up! Hold on! Try remembering the kimono. There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She thought that that's the proof she was abducted, right? My gut is totally right after all! Damn it! The killer was the one who locked the door! So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later! There's no reason for the killer to put the killer probably did. Hold on! Try remember it, her kimono. There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer!
Allow me to cut through those words! The reason Hiyoko's kimono was
Wear her kimono?
Yeah, it's also the reason why she does.
Kyoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing... I believe that was... That is why I informed her. I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue.
Then, the reason her kimono...
Yeah, she went to the venue.
I get it. I lost. Foil me.
Hajime, now's your chance. Make her...
Then, the killer probably couldn't have
Though that may not apply to Sonia.
Though I knew she would go there, there is no...
Don't go doubting Miss Sonia, you cretin!
Kazuichi, do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing them.
Gundam, please stop!
Of course. I've already overlooked no... Less than 10 up.
Even if...
the only... When she went,
She would-
he probably... The killer most likely had already...
Killed Hiyoko.
Because the killer used that coincidence,
That's the reason they imitated the move.
Which means that lowdown...
then what was the killer actually planning to do? They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan. Do you have any ideas?
Damn, we don't know the most important part.
Hey, Nagito, any ideas?
Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet? Oh, am I allowed to speak? I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps!
So what do you think?
I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut. But now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion. Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide. I thought there might be a possibility that she... But now I remember. There was blood on Ibuki's slippers. So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue, there'd be bloody footprints. So that's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's...
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then. Are you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be.
That's strange.
This is strange.
I can prove it with this! If Ibuki used the stepladder to hang herself...
Huh?
Yeah,
That stepladder was completely clean. Nope. You noticed such a small detail! How amazing!
But didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki Then unless there was something funny.
I see. So,
But that's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only...
Hajime, I leave as long as I leave this to you. I won't tell you to do your best.
Yeah, I'll definitely... Right, I remember now. There was...
Can you explain?
What's strange is that stepladder. It's true that the steps of that stepladder, there was a bloodstain, right on the left side. However, there weren't any bloodstains on the stepladder in the video. It was completely clean. That is truly... If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death... Even so, the fact is the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene. The stepladder in the video is completely bloodless. And there's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
It's possible those two stepladders were completely different.
Wait, are you saying there were two stepladders?
but where would you find another stepladder? There was only one stepladder in the music venue.
Then one of the stepladders was somewhere other than the music venue. What do you mean?
You're suggesting that the stepladder... That's amazing, Chiaki! All that gaming is...
What are you two talking about?
Besides the stepladder, the filming location.
What do you mean?
I mean, the video I saw was not filmed at the music. It was filmed somewhere.
The hospital monitor is supposed to display footage captured by the music.
Then, there's a possibility that the killer...
We will never give up! coming together! That's it. The killer just brought the camera from the music video. With it, they made me think it was a live feed from the venue, when it was actually from somewhere else.
Then, only the monitor was left in the music venue?
Yes, at least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hyoko's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera back too.
That means you should have realized that from the start and made this easier on all of us.
He did discover the body. I doubt his attention was focused on the camera.
That's true. In order to hide that the camera was missing, the killer did one more thing to the remaining monitor. I see! The killer smashed the monitor to pieces, destroying it. As long as it was in pieces, you wouldn't be able to tell if the camera was actually there or not. My attention was so focused on the body that even I couldn't have noticed something like that. And the moment Hajime left the music venue, the killer put back the camera. And they destroyed it and left that in.
It's easy to say it was filmed somewhere else, but the surveillance...
Despite Kazuichi's desperate repair efforts, it seemed...
The fact that it was able to connect between the hospital and the music...
Filmed at the hospital's conference room.
Huh? Conference room?
But the hospital and the music venue look completely different.
That's exactly why the killer did something to make those two places resemble each other.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
They might have tampered with the camera.
I still can't believe... Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
There's no way the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
There's no way the music venue.
Which place resembled the... Did the conference room look like the music venue?
There's no way the conference and the music venue.
Which place resembled... Did the conference room look... Or did the music venue...
Or did they make some kind of...
They might have tampered.
I still can't believe... Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
There's no way the music venue.
Which place resembled... Did the conference room look... Or did the music venue...
Or did they make some kind of...
They might have tampered.
I still can't believe... Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue...
Or did they make some kind of...
They might have tampered with the camera.
I still can't believe he mixed up the filming location. Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
They might have tampered with the camera.
There's no way the music venue.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
That must be it. What the killer did was make the music venue, the crime scene, look like the conference room. They did that by using the black curtain hanging at the back of the stage.
And what I remember, there used to be a really flashy curtain, but after the incident, it somehow became a plain black curtain that didn't seem to be the right...
That's right!
Oh yeah? That curtain was hung in actuality. Even... It is a black light-blocking curtain that's...
I see. The same color as the music. So the killer chose the conference room because they...
Matching floors, matching curtains.
But that's not all. There's...
I can prove it with this! You're referring to the candle in the video I saw, a candle was used for lighting. The music venue has good lighting, so there's no reason...
But wouldn't they have done it to...
That might have been another reason, but... The lighting in the conference room... That's why the killer used a candle as film lighting instead.
Which means... Are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used?
That candle was likely placed there just to make me think it was the same candle that was used in the video.
With candlelight, you can't see things in that much detail. Maybe they were going for that effect. With that cheap-ass camera, you won't capture much in a dark area.
As long as this all matches up, it should be no problem to say this is decided. The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room.
If I'd found proof that evidence in the but it appears the killer already covered that.
But there's no mistake. That's the only place within the connection range of the surveillance camera.
The motel would have been too far, and the interior design of the movie theater.
But this must be a surprising turn of events. You never suspected that the video you saw in the hospital was...
The incident isn't happening at the scene of...
If Ibuki's hanging video was filmed at the hospital's conference room, then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too?
No, that's not possible. Right after Hajime saw that video, he discovered Ibuki's...
I see! The person wearing the hint bag in that video wasn't Ibuki. It was the killer pretending to be Ibuki. The killer put on a hospital gown, wore a hint bag on their head, and was only... By that time, the real Ibuki...
The actual time of death must have been earlier.
If they took Ibuki from the music venue to the hospital to kill her...
But why did the killer go to the trouble?
The reason the killer made a... There's only one possibility I can think of. Then naturally, the killer's identity...
You fiend! Are you...
You're the only one! Miko, you're the killer, aren't you?
What are you talking about?
Like I said, aren't you the killer who murdered Ibuki?
The killer? Huh? I'm the killer? What is this?
Hey, don't you think that's kinda impossible? A chick like her as the killer? She couldn't even kill a fly. In fact, the fly would probably kill her first.
She's right! A clumsy slowpoke like me.
But we're the only... Thanks to that video, we're the only ones who have the...
An alibi? Was that the kill?
Now that you mention it, you guys...
It's just a coincidence.
But you're the only one who could have filmed that video in the... Is that also a coincidence? That time, you said you were going to... That's when you put on a hospital gown that you prepared. By doing that, you made up a video that showed Ibuki trying to hang her. And showed that to me. Furthermore, I saw that video at the hospital lobby. If someone wants to go to the conference room from outside, they have to pass through the...
So it's impossible that someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to...
Not only that, the others in the hospital... Akane and I were both delirious.
So that must be...
That's impossible! There's no way I can kill...
It's not literally impossible.
Just shows she can't even do that.
Hey, you
Wrong! It's...
Just like Akane said, it is really hard to...
I agree. It is truly...
That slow-witted remark...
It's fought in a tournament for social punch. Even how many times do I have to tell you?
What do you say, Hajime?
Do you still believe the...
Do you?
Hey, Hajime!
Can you hold on? Well, I know I'm being intrusive. I missed all of the critical parts, and I... What are you saying? But still, there's definitely a thought it was suspicious. All investigating with the suspect in mind creates a different result than investigating with no leads.
Hey, what are you...
Well, thanks to that, I've been so focused on everybody else.
You better not have kept quiet on purpose. This isn't a...
Actually, this is...
Please don't say such controversial statements.
Well, it's nothing big, really.
Decisive clue.
Let's take a look. Regarding the ropey boot, this rope was supplied by the...
Again with the supermarket? That place is a hotspot for criminal goods.
If they got it at the supermarket, that means it was brand new.
What's wrong with that?
I want you to take a close look at this rope. And keep in mind that it's brand new. Near the middle of the rope. It's frayed. But why is it like this? The loopy Bookie used to hang herself is on one end of the rope. And the part of the rope that hung from the...
Hey, you're taking too long.
What's it means? Well, from what the killer wrapped the rope around Ibuki's neck. The center of the rope is frayed because that...
Oh, God. I've been listening to you for a while. What exactly did you say to me during...
Not everyone cooperates at a class trial. Though just like this case's killer.
More importantly, what was all that about the rope? The killer strangled...
And then... Huh? You didn't notice... Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, the scars they leave would look different too. Scars?
But we believed it was from... Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie? The body at the crime scene was hanged. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file, it never specified hanging or...
Whoever misunderstood is to blame!
Ibuki didn't die, she was strangled to death.
That's basically the...
Though hanging and the scars they leave...
Scars? You mean the...
But we believed it was from a... Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
That must be it!
So that's what happened. We've been falling for the killer's lie this whole time. You said Ibuki hanged herself, but that was a complete lie, wasn't it, Mikan?
That is...
You told us the wrong cause of death. You lied, didn't you?
You should have been able to tell the difference between hanging and strangling just by looking. You, Mikan.
But first of all, I'm not a coroner. That's why it's not my fault if I made a mistake.
You were right.
But even a drunk medical student can notice...
I'm not taking her side or anything, but being clumsy...
He's totally right.
Mikan nursed me till I got better. There's no way I'm gonna doubt her.
Don't you think her devotion to nursing is what helped her draw it?
Huh?
And if not, her symptoms were still very serious. And it wouldn't surprise me if she will...
So Mikan volunteered to...
That's a little... Aren't you like...
I'm not a criminal. Mikan is.
You got it all wrong.
I'm sorry, but I just can't forgive this crime at all.
Forgiveness or not.
Well, if that's the choice everyone makes. But is that really okay?
You're friggin' annoying! If you...
There's no...
Is that really true?
Stop it already!
I can't... I don't want to do this either. But I need to do...
You doubt your friends?
That's not it. I suspect them because I want to believe them.
What the hell does...
I don't think belief and doubt are necessarily opposites.
Huh?
I do doubt her. But I still... 'Cause If there's no...
Don't say deep stuff.
If you want to believe in someone, belief without doubt is simply a lie.
Fine. Do it.
Huh? So in the end, justifying your actions with fancy words, making excuse. It's all. I'm done with that. You hear me? I'm done. It's not fair. It's why won't you forgive me? If you did something wrong, you'd forgive yourself right away. What did I do? Why won't anybody?
Is acting like this your strategy now? Well, plus, to be honest, I've run out of ideas. How can we get you?
If we don't have any clues, why don't we have her give us some? I'm the same as Hajime, but still, the truth is one of that's why we gotta stick. Hey, Nikon, if you're not the killer, then who that? Like I said, can you prove it? Wait, do you have any? Because treating me like a killer. That's why does everybody always hate me?
Is this broad really...
It seems that the only one who can find a hole in her art. So... Why do you get to decide I'm the killer? Please, forgive me already!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing, or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clear...
Is that really your... You could tell her body type under the hot... Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her... So please forgive... Hajime, pay close attention. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake. I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown or could it be the hospital slippers?
Ibuki and Mikan clear...
Is that really? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that camera, just from that dim cat. There's no way you'd be able to... So please forgive... Hajime, you're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake. I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else who could have filmed that video.
Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Is the handbag up to the hospital bed? Or could it be the hospital?
Ibuki and Mika.
Is that really? You could tell her body just from that dip. There's no way you'd be able to make. So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Is the handbag up? Is the hospital gown? Or could it be the hospital?
Ibuki and Mika.
Is that really? You could tell her body type was the hospital gown? I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Is the handbag up? Is the hospital gown? Or could it be the hospital?
Ibuki and Mika.
Is that really? You could tell her body just from that dip. There's no way you'd be so please her.
Hajime, you're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Is the handbag up? Is the hospital gown? Or could it be the hospital?
Ibuki and Mika.
Is that really? You could tell her body just from that camera angle.
I'll shoot through that contradiction. Nikon, you've committed a major
Mistake?
as I said before many times, that I never So how can you say anything about the camera angle?
The only reason Mikon is because you're the person.
This is your just reward. The more death you lied.
Is it true, Mikon? Huh? I was wrong.
That's not it?
I mean, it's a... You know that hemp bag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remember. Ding!
What the heck's wrong with her?
That tote bag. Isn't it the same one that girl was wearing in the video?
How do you know so much about that?
Who cares about that? More importantly, did you know that bag is a limit? Hajime saw it too, didn't? Whoopsie! Don't worry about it. Ta-da! There's no mistake. So don't you think it's... Using one tote bag in both the conference room? It's blatantly obvious that's why that video isn't fabric. So you'll forgive me!
Taking your stubbornness.
Then you're gonna forgive me? I won't stop until you forgive...
Whoever bought that bag should have received another one as a book, which means it's not impossible to use that. So please.
What?
It seems.
Why does everybody always hate me?
Mika, after I go over your crime from the beginning, please just admit it already. We will never give up! Here's everything that happened in this case. The key to this incident is the surveillance camera video that only I saw. That's why I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime. When I went to the hospital with Nikon this morning, I noticed a specific incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor. When I switched on the monitor, what a person wearing a hospital gown and a bag on their head about to hang themselves. That surveillance camera unit was designed for two-way communication with the hospital. That's why I thought the signal originated from the music venue. So I immediately headed over there. But that was the killer's trap. In truth, that video was recorded in a different... The killer brought the music venue camera the night before and made their preparation. Then, they filmed that video in the hospital conference room. By doing so, they tried to make me think when in fact, the crime had already been committed by them. The person in the footage wearing the bag was... I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue. Seeing the body before me, I panicked, but that was also after cleaning the conference room. The killer and, as if they were switching places with me, began working on their laptop. First, the killer peeled off the wallpaper covering one. When I first arrived and saw the hanged body, I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or Next, the killer destroyed the After destroying it, They mixed it with what was left. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally brought from the music video. When they brought it, they made sure to they wanted to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at it. In the end, they broke one of the drumsticks from the storage room. However, they did this to mislead us. In actuality, the killer sealed the door with glue, and with that, the killer finished tampering. They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally sealed it. And they made us discover not just Ibuki's body, but Hyoko's suddenly present body. At the time, they pretended to be inside. They were probably relieved. Isn't that right, Mikan? This crime...
Whoa! Now she's laughing?
It's been such a long time. This feeling, I know it well. Like the floor is collapsing, like the sky is falling down upon you. This feeling of despair!
Mikan, you... What has happened to you?
Whoa there! Before that, a moment of your time. It seems your arguments have... Now then, please, who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong? Let's go! Well now. Correct!
Damn it.
I won't forgive you.
Hey! What's going on?
Hey! Oh, that's obvious. Hey.
What?
What?
It cannot be.
Perhaps... See? Jeez. Isn't that right? Possible.
Oh?
Huh?
What I did was for the sake of my beloved.
Huh? Huh?
My beloved never hated me. They forgave me, and they gave me. They loved me. I loved them. This is... It's love.
Hey.
How amazing. Could it be?
This is... But... such despair. Don't fuck with me!
You serious?
Hey,
This is bad.
I am Monarch!
hey,
Oh?
Of course not.
Oh?
That is...
Oh? Well... Do you understand?
hey. Hey, hey! Damn it!
Oh?
Yes, indeed! Now then, I've prepared a
So it's really... Now I can go to my beloved, who I can finally see them. Please,
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Let me ask.
Damn it. But... isn't that right?
Please wait!
Damn it!
Wrong. Come on. Hmm?
You fiend.
Phew. Hey! Hey! Hey, Huh? Hey!
So just as I thought. However...
Fine. Silence.
Right?
All right!
Uh-oh. Unbelievable. Hey! No way! What's this? All right! Hey!
Listen!
Hey, hey! Damn it!
Could it be?
Huh? What the?
Yo! I've kept you waiting. Hey, what's going on? Perhaps you don't remember my face since we haven't seen each other in a while. That's pretty sad, you know? Huh? You too? What's going on? If you're messing with me, I'll stop doing it to you.
Haven't you...
What do you mean? Oh, you mean... The name's Nekomaru Nidai! I've been reborn in the rivers of hell! Ah!